Hey guys, Miss J's here, back with another video. We are here today to make a chili cheese spaghetti, okay? So we're gonna get right into our ingredients. But first I wanna say, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this video, we make wonderful meals over here, trying things all kinds of ways that will make your tongue and your mouth water from the deliciousness of them. And we wish that you guys would join by subscribing and become a part of the family. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, okay? Our ingredients are, we have about a pound and 8 ounces of some spaghetti. We have 2 cans of Wolf brand chili. This one is no beans. Well, both of them are no beans, but this is a regular and this is the hot, okay? I only got the hot just so it'll give our recipe a little kick. I already have a little ground beef to add to my chili. I don't know, this is probably maybe a cup full, but I'm just trying to add a little bit more meat to it. And along with that, in order to add a little bit more flavor, I have some premium pork chorizo here. I'm gonna use all of this. I'm gonna get it in the skillet with the ground beef and let it cook up some, okay? I don't have out here my cheese, but we are going to put some cheese on top, and we are also going to cut up some onions. I'm trying to decide whether I want to put some onion in my dish, which I just made a decision. I will put that in my ground beef and my chorizo, and then I'm going to have some extra for the top with my cheese, okay? So that's pretty much all of my ingredients. We got our chili, chorizo, spaghetti. I got my water here for my spaghetti, which is already boiling up. So we're gonna get ready to put our spaghetti in here. Get that cooked up to al dente, okay? This is a very quick, easy meal for a family night. If your people love spaghetti, whether you cook it the regular way with the marinara sauce, you know, or you doing with this chili cheese, okay? Let's get started, get our meat ground, and get our spaghetti in, all right? So as y'all can see, we got our spaghetti here. We are using the whole bag. I'm gonna take some out and break it. And some I'm gonna leave whole because I like mine that way. I mean, if you wanna break all of yours, that's fine. I just like to have some whole pieces just to have a variety of noodles in different sizes, okay? All right, that is it on our spaghetti. Now we got our chorizo here. I'm gonna cut the iron piece off and then kind of go down the side here, just so I don't have to squeeze it out. Get a fire on here because it ain't gonna do nothing without it. You know you want your chorizo to cook a while. It is preferred that you probably let this chorizo cook up first before your meat. But I like to put mine in here so that my meat soak up all those oils and juices. So kind of put it in here and put it on top so my meat don't get too brown. But we're gonna take some time and let this cook up before we move on to anything else, along with getting our pasta al dente or al dente, however y'all want to say it. And we're gonna get some onions cut up and our cheese ready to go. Okay, so we'll see y'all in a little bit. So as y'all can see, we cutting up our onion. We cutting up some white and some red. I think I'm gonna put all of this in my beef. Once it breaks down, it won't be a whole lot, so I'm gonna have to cut some more red. I'm gonna choose to use red for when we get ready to top our chili cheese spaghetti with it, okay? All the time spent on cooking this dish is basically in the pasta and the meat, okay? Once we get ready to add our cans of chili to it, we're really done. All right, we got our onions cut. We'll put some of it in our meat, okay? All right, y'all, we got our complete seasoning. We'll go ahead and get that in here with our meat. You be the judge of how much you want to use. But that was probably about, say, a teaspoon. Here we got us some minced garlic. About a tablespoonful. Now, if this was marinara spaghetti, I probably would have used more, but because we're doing chili, I don't want to overpower the dish with this garlic. But again, you be the judge of how much you want to use. Okay? All right, we're gonna let some of this oil soak up in this meat a little bit more. We got those noodles almost al dente. We're gonna get ready to take them off the stove. I got a few hard heads in here that don't want to act right. They're sticking together. All right, guys, we got our meat pretty much done. I'm gonna turn this down some. Now with my chili, I'm gonna put some in my spaghetti. Trying to get in here because I got my phone. Put this in here. And I'm putting the regular chili in here, and I'm gonna put the hot in with my meat. But I'm putting the regular chili in my spaghetti, making a mess, so that, you know, your spaghetti, if you leave it just spaghetti and put your meat on top, you got a lot of spaghetti that probably won't get eaten, right? So we want to make sure that the spaghetti don't stick together. I put about a full can of water. Trying to thin out my sauce so that it can get on all my noodles. Now, if you wanted to, you can do your sauce and your meat and everything in one pot. do the spaghetti like that. That's how we usually eat regular spaghetti. We like to mix it all in together, but like I say, I want to kind of flavor these noodles, but then I want to keep my meat as my main dish on top. Let's see if I can stop throwing it on all over the place. Tabitha Brown, this ain't Sheena, but if Sheena looking for a mate, so we're gonna use our hot, and I'm using the hot again in our meat so that a person can gauge how much heat they actually want to eat, so you can limit the meat that's gonna go on top if you don't want a whole bunch of heat. Because I did get hot, or you can make the choice to not buy hot at all. We're gonna put some water in here. All right, y'all, of course I put water in my hot chili 2 can. We're gonna thin this out just a little bit. I only put about a half a can here. We don't want to make it soupy, but we do want to thin it out. So you have to kind of gauge that. We may end up using a full can. You don't want it too thick because you got to have enough to everybody to get. So it's got to be as thin as you make your regular sauce, okay? We're just trying to mix all of our meat up in our chili. Okay, that's the last of the half. Y'all quit talking about my stove. I'm making a mess, but I'm finna clean it off right now, okay? We're gonna let this go for a little bit. We might put a little bit more water in here, thin it out a little bit more. I know y'all wondering what happened to the Sheena's friend, but it should have been on a wooden stick like this. I don't know who made that matchup. All right, guys, we back. We got our spaghetti done. I don't feel like washing no dishes, so I'm using this styrofoam plate. At least no more than I already messed up. So we got our spaghetti with our chili in it. As you can see, gonna get us a nice little help in here. All right, it's chili meat. All right, we got our ladle here, and we're just gonna scoop this on top, okay? Again, like I said, if you want to, you can do it and mix it all together if that's what you choose. But I'm gonna do mine that way. And we're gonna get us some of this Colby Jack cheese. You can use cheddar cheese if you want to, whatever kind of cheese you want. And of course, y'all know how we feel about cheese, but this is a chili cheese spaghetti, so we're not gonna play with the cheese, okay? And we got our red onion here, as you can see. We ain't gonna play with it either. Just grab your handful just like that, put it on top. Know what I'm saying? Now, if you wanted to, you want that cheese melt, you got it in a styrofoam plate. You just gonna have to wait and cover it up and let the heat, let the heat melt it. But then if you put it on a plate, then you can probably, you know, warm it up. So let me get me a fork here. All right, y'all. I did put it in the microwave for a little bit, so as you can see, that cheese done melted. And we're gonna let Master Chef taste it for y'all. All right, we got Master Chef gonna taste this for y'all. Chili cheese spaghetti.
All right. Now y'all know I'm gonna be fair with you. I'm gonna stay neutral. I'm gonna taste this and see what it do. Get some of that. Oh, that's hot. No wonder she wanted me to taste this. Get a little of the onion on there. I'm going in. Out of the mouth of Dave Chappelle. Going in. Look at that cheese. Plenty of cheese. The purple red onions does its job. The Wolf brand chili make you want to say, neighbor, how long have it been since you had a good steaming, piping, hot bowl of Wolf brand chili?
He gonna eat it all up from me. Well, we thank you guys for watching. Staying tuned in to the end. If you're still here, we really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, give this video a like, thumbs up if you will, and share it with your friends. And always, don't forget to leave a comment because we love to hear from y'all. So, we gonna see y'all in the next video. And now, I'm gonna eat some of this spaghetti, but I'm gonna add a little bit more onion to it. Bye!